Despite a large number of American lawmakers publicly supporting Israel's war on besieged Gaza, some current and former members of the US Congress continue to express concern over Palestinian casualties and call for an end to the flow of US weapons to Israel. In this interview to TRT World, former Democratic Congressman James Moran explains how the US weapons have enabled genocide-accused Israel to slaughter tens of thousands of Palestinians, and how the Biden administration has refused to use this transfer of arms as leverage to secure a ceasefire in Gaza.
Our policy with regard to arming, equipping, funding, and protecting Israel from an international standpoint, in many ways it is contrary to the rules that we would apply in other circumstances. These are primarily U.S. weapons that are being supplied without limit, really, to enable Israel to slaughter tens of thousands of people. These are not precision instruments. We know that if you drop one, there are going to be a lot of civilian casualties, what they call collateral damage. And that's why over 40,000 Gazans have been killed because of the weapons that we have provided. You can kill at will, you can kill indiscriminately. So from a political standpoint, the Israeli lobby has been extraordinarily successful within the United States in ensuring that our most lethal weapons in whatever quantity they request are going to be delivered. If the administration chose to, it could obviously use the provision or the, I guess, suspension, if you would, of those weapons. It could use it as leverage to bring about a ceasefire. But the administration has chosen not to.
The Biden administration has given Israel a large number of munitions, including more than 10,000 highly destructive 2,000-pound bombs and thousands of Hellfire missiles since the start of the war in Gaza, according to two U.S. officials.
The war in Gaza is wrong, and the way it has been being implemented is wrong. It's wrong to take people's land, which has been happening since 1948. It's wrong to take people's lives indiscriminately just because they're Palestinian. It's wrong to supply weapons that you know are going to be used to kill innocent people. And it's wrong to manipulate the news so that people don't get even-handed information on what actually is occurring with their money, their weapons, and with their political influence.
Over the last several months, there has been a growing campaign to label critics of Israeli genocide in Gaza as anti-Semitic. Congressman Moran was also one of those targeted by these accusations in the past.
It infuriates me that people have been able to use this term anti-Semitism to discourage even discussion of what's happening in Gaza. And yet the Congress, because it hasn't been willing to open its mind and see what's really happening, it has accepted this nonsense that being opposed to the slaughter in Gaza with our money, our weapons, our political cover, that somehow that's anti-Semitic. It's not. And people should stand up and not be afraid to label it for what it is.